Brenda's Hospital Adventures by Nurses Without Borders. There once was a lady who was named Brenda. She was always happy and joyful around her neighbors. 77 years old, Brenda lives alone in her home. One day, she wanted her tiny bathroom to be shiny and sparkly. When she was mopping the floor, she slipped on some foam. She landed on her right hip. With a crack and a thump, she began crying in pain. She crawled downstairs to grab her phone. Dialing 911, the operators told her to stay put and apply some ice. Brenda was admitted to Unit 81 at Rocky View General Hospital, remained in bed rest, couldn't eat, and had to get an open reduction internal fixation surgery, all because of her broken right hip bone. Brenda's hip hurt so much when she sat down, she tried time and time again to get out of her bed. The nurses had to turn her bed alarm on.
I wish I could move around,
She yelled. She's been independent with her activities of daily living her whole life. Living with no husband, no children, she's not used to being handheld. Later that night, Brenda went into surgery. What a relief. The joint can finally be stabilized. The first day after surgery, Brenda was woken up in the middle of the night. Brenda was woken up to walk 10 steps, and the nurses put a catheter against her pleas. Brenda yelled and screamed and fought with displease.
I can do all of these things by myself.
Post-op day 2, the nurses woke Brenda up for breakfast. They sat right beside her and explained that they are there to help. Although it is uncomfortable for pericare, Foleys, and bed baths, the nurses were there for Brenda to depend on. The nurses promised to give Brenda more freedom if Brenda let them help. Only then can she begin to care for herself in a safe way. Brenda understood that she needed help. Her Foley came off, her dressing was changed. She let the nurses help her move around. She was relieved when the physiotherapist came to teach her about her mobility restrictions and about exercises to strengthen her muscles again. She was starting to gain her independence back.
Yay!
On day 3, the nurses encouraged her to deep breathe, to get her up in chair for meals, to take short walks around as tolerated, and once again gave her an ice pack. On discharge day, the nurses recommended resources and reinforced her precautions for her physical activities. Brenda was happy and reassured that she was able to care for herself once again, and she was sent home on a taxi. With the resources the nurses gave her, she was able to arrange for taxis to bring her to the community rehab sessions. She thought she was the luckiest lady in the galaxy. After months of hard work, Brenda has reached her stage of maximal independence after her surgery in spite of her fracture. She now moves around her washroom with care.